Hello everybody, John Abella from HikeLighter.com. I am at the northern spigot of Humboldt Bay in Eureka, California, which is near where I live. And you're probably going to be hearing some fog horns and fog bells in the background. Actually at the end of the video, I will inject some video of the bay and just where it is that I'm at right now. But this video is going to be about the Six Moons Designs ePouch. And this is something that I've had and been using for about a month now. And it is a big upgrade from the Z-Packs multi-pack, which I've been using since it was introduced. I helped co-design that particular product with Z-Packs, Joe and his wife Cheryl. The three of us designed that particular thing, and it's worked so amazingly since the day we made it that I don't think it's ever been updated. But the Six Moons Design ePouch was designed to be a accessory pouch to folks who do traveling, and it's designed with a shoulder strap, much in the same way that a messenger bag might be used. And just wanted to share my thoughts on it at this point in time. I am using it outside the scope of what it was designed for. I'll just be clear and upfront about that. I am using it as more of a EDC bag than an traveler bag or a electronic bag or anything like that. I do have electronics in here, but to me this is more of an everyday carry setup. And this is by no means an EDC setup for me, but this is most of what goes with me wherever it is that I go. Now, I have 7 pounds of stuff in here, and that's kind of heavy to be toting over the shoulder in a in a simple shoulder messenger kind of style strap. But I do have a mini, or the baby Nalgene bottles. These hold 16 ounces. Really love these little things. And then I also have a thing of Soylent in there. So that right there is close to 2 pounds, maybe a little over 2 pounds. I don't know, I didn't weigh it. But so if you take out the liquids, the total bag weight, I would say, is 4.5 pounds or so. So let's just go ahead and get in here and let me show you what I have in here, what it's designed to do, what I'm using it for, and whether it's proved to be good for what I'm using it for or not. At the top of a fold over lid is a pocket, and this pocket is lined with RFID fabric. So if you put your passport in here, your passport will be safe. It is not cellular or Bluetooth blocking. That would be really awesome if they were to make it with fabric that blocks cellular and Bluetooth and that kind of thing. That way you could put your phone in here and know that no connectivity will be coming in or out. So I have my possum down gloves, I have my little wallet in here, and hand sanitizer, and that's pretty much it. The only other thing I keep in here is my phone when I'm not shooting video on it or using it. Now on the back is another zipper, and it is a full height pocket, full height, full width. And in here, the thing I get out the most is my little Kindle, little Amazon Kindle. It goes with me pretty much everywhere. I also have the Sun Tactics S Charger 5. That gets pulled out, and then I use cables that are inside. And then inside I have some Tonka Buffalo Bar. That's the orange apple. I got an Epic chicken sesame barbecue, and then another Tonka buffalo meat with cranberry. And those just kind of cycle in and out. I also have one of these, I don't know, what is this, Sea to Summit? Little collapsible cups. Love this little thing. I've had this for years now. I use it a lot while I'm out hiking and just camping and truck camping, and you know, keep it in here because you know, it works good for, you know, drinking out of if you don't want to drink out of one of those, or you know, if there's somebody else with you that wants a drink, you know, and you can pull this out and you know, they can use it as a cup. Or I use it a lot to collect berries while I'm out and about, you know, blueberries. I'm not a big fan of blackberries, so usually it's like blueberries or other berries that we have up here in the redwoods. And that's pretty much, yeah, that's all I have in there. It's all I keep in here. It can be a little bit of a tight fit. There's no doubt that you have to learn how to pack this thing, especially if you plan on pushing the limits to, you know, pushing the volume limits to it. Such as this, that Sun Tactic is just a tiny bit too big. So on each side of the ePouch are little water bottle holders, and they are a kind of a tight fit. They've loosened up a little bit over the last month, which is nice, because when I first got them, I couldn't even fit this in there. It was too tight. I couldn't get that in there. So the front has this fold-over, has this interesting magnet connector. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. There's a little magnet there, and it just kind of snaps into place, and then you can just give it a tug and it loosens up. But if you pull up on it, it won't usually come up unless you give it a good little pull. So there are 3 pockets on the front. I keep gum in this particular one. In the center pocket, I have a little brass AAA flashlight from Mastrop, and Maple Fire chopsticks. Love these. Use these a lot, so they're up front. And then on this side, because I access it so much, is my head torch. And then there's a little pin slot right there, and I keep a Sharpie with a fine pitch Sharpie in there. It's just what I prefer to write with. And then again, another pouch on the other side. All right, so looking inside of the ePouch, there's a main compartment, and I have my Boise Quiet 35s in here, and that consumes the main compartment for me. There's a zippered pouch over here. I keep some medicine in there, and a little knife, little titanium knife from Kestrel. And I keep it as buried as I possibly can, you know, just for, you know, if I happen to be carrying it and you know, encounter a police officer or anything like that. It's as buried as it can be. There are 3 pockets on this side. I have a Altoid Cannon 1, and I'm not one of them preppers that has a crazy Altoid container, but I mean, I just have like a little flint and steel and a pin and something, you know, for a little flat tip for my eyeglasses, and set of earplugs and little Wagner knife, and that goes in that particular one. In the middle compartment, I have a little journal that I use, 9-volt battery light, a wall adapter, the USB wall adapter, a battery brick, a fairly small battery brick, but it's enough that I can use the solar panel to charge that, and then this will charge my my headphones and my iPhone. I of course have the ever famous Lightning to head port jack. I don't know why I carry it. I don't have a headphone that uses them, but you never know. Little mini to micro USB adapter, and then another adapter in there, and that's pretty much what's in there. And then over here I have an Anchor, and I believe this is a 60 watt. Yeah, so each port gets 60 watts, and then there's one IQ, which is the faster charge. And then just your standard cables, and I go with long cables because you never know when you might be in a restaurant, or you know, if I'm charging with my solar panel and I need to put my solar panel kind of far away, you know, the longer cables that I can get, the better. And I have one for the iPhone, and then just a standard micro or mini or whatever the small one is. So that's pretty much it, folks. The fabric is extremely durable. Forgive me, my hands are cold. It is kind of nippy this morning. It's I don't know, about 8 in the morning, and the fog is out, and yeah, nippy. So the fabric is crazy durable. I don't have any thoughts or questions or doubts in the durability of this ePouch in any way whatsoever. A lot of the zippers are, well, you know, this particular zipper here has the waterproof zipper on it. I wouldn't claim it to be waterproof pocket, but they put it on there. The shoulder strap has a little bit of 3D mesh with some, I'm guessing they probably stuffed some other mesh in there to give it a nice little firmness. Not firmness, but squishiness, and that's kind of nice. You know, at 7 pounds, having a little bit of padding there is nice. There's also a little clasp here. I didn't show you this, but I don't think I have this one stretched out yet. Yeah, this one's the Soylent one. So on each side there is a little webbing with a buckle on it, and you can use it to secure your bottle or whatever you have in here. I guess if you have a really tall bottle. I did put a tall water bottle in here, a smart water bottle. The 700, 750, whatever it is, and it just didn't really work in my opinion. So I don't even really use these things. So all in all, am I happy with it? Yes, I really am. It is a neat little pouch to carry my stuff around that I access on a daily or every 2 or 3 days. You know, like, I don't need to charge things up every day. So, you know, every couple of days I pull out the solar panel and charge up the the brick and then charge my headphones, charge my iPhone, that kind of thing. And so it carries what I need it to carry. In fact, I carry too much stuff, if I were to be honest. I mean, what I carry is stuff I kind of need to carry, but you know, obviously the Kindle and the little cup, one could say I don't necessarily need to carry, but oh well. Things I don't like. I think my biggest. Okay, I have three things that I would say I'm not really happy with. One is it really needs a way to have a handle that goes across. No matter how I adjust this, I get all this flappage. And sometimes it would be nice to be able to just pop this off, you know, like so, and then have just a very short, tight, padded, you know, same thing, same nice pad that just goes from here to here, so that I can just grab and carry. You know, there's times when I don't necessarily feel like putting it over my shoulder, so having a grab handle would be nice. How about that? Actual people. The other thing that I don't like is the Velcro strip here is way too narrow. It needs to be almost all the way across. Because if you don't get this like exactly centered, there's just not enough there. And on the inside, this needs to be like 5 times bigger. You know, over grip is never a problem. Too little grip, big problem. I have had to, before I got this, I had plans of what I was going to put up here, and I ended up not being able to put those things up here because of the insecurity of these pockets. Like an iPhone could go in here really, really well as my wallet. But I just don't trust this enough. You know, it's not enough there. So I'm not willing to put those 2 things of high value up here. So that's issue number 2. My third issue is when it is all loaded up and you have this attached on here, there's actually a gap on each side. Whether I have the sucker packed to the limit or hardly packed at all, there's this gap in here, and I don't know, it just worries me that, you know, if it tips over or something and I'm not paying attention, something's gonna fall out. So I don't really know how they could solve that. I've thought about it and I really don't know how they could solve that. But that's something that I would maybe like to see them think about. Now, the last thing that is to be talked about is right here is a zipper that's accessed from the inside. And it's designed so that you have your cord sticking through there and then plugged into the wall. And then that way you can keep your charger and all your electronic crap inside. And the only thing you have to have poking outside of the bag is your cable charging your stuff up, which is a really neat idea. I haven't used it. I don't think I will use it, but it's still a neat idea. Anyway, folks, this is a very impromptu video on the Six Moons Designs ePouch. I'm probably only going to release this to my Patreons. I might put it on I might make it public on YouTube, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go shoot some video of the little bay inlet right here so that you guys can see where I'm at, and hope everybody is having a great time. Thanks for watching. Bye. All right, so the ocean is that way. South is in that direction. So San Francisco is that way about 7 to 8 hours. This is just a little public campsite. They have a few different spots here. There's no overnight parking here, overnight camping. Sorry for the jiggles, I'm hand holding this. I don't own a gibble. That would be nice to own, but too expensive for this boy. All right, so this is Humboldt Bay. I'm on the north end. Let's see if I can zoom in here across the bay. Those two stacks over there are our power plant. Used to be a nuclear power plant. And over in this direction here is the city of Eureka. Let me get out here a little bit. Looks like the sun is coming out over there. That's good. Means the fog's burning off. So if we pan around here to the, what would be the north part of this area, that building right there is the United States Coast Guard Station. So anyway, folks, that's where I'm at.